Welcome back to my channel Knowledge Chronicle.
Have you ever wondered how life began on Earth? How did single-celled organisms turn into dinosaurs, mammals, and eventually, us? Today on Knowledge Chronicle, we are going on an epic journey through time, tracing the history of life on Earth from its very first spark to the rise of intelligent humans. This story is filled with mystery, fascinating creatures, mass extinctions, and evolutionary marvels. So buckle up. It's time to time travel into the past, where it all began. Let's go back 2,000 million years ago. That's 2 billion years before today. At this time, the Earth was a very different place. No plants, no animals, no humans. Just a vast, lifeless ocean and a stormy atmosphere. But in this chaotic environment, the first forms of life emerged. Tiny cellular life forms. Scientists believe that non-living giant molecules called macromolecules somehow evolved into living cells. These macromolecules include proteins, nucleic acids like DNA and RNA, and lipids, all of which are essential for life. Though we don't fully understand how these non-living molecules turned into cells, some scientists suggest that membranes formed naturally, trapping organic material inside. Over time, these membrane-bound structures became the first protocells. Now, imagine a world filled with these tiny organisms floating in the ocean. Some of them even developed the ability to use sunlight to break water molecules, a process similar to the light reaction of photosynthesis. This reaction not only gave them energy but also released oxygen into the atmosphere, changing the future of life on Earth forever. Oxygen was the game changer, paving the way for more complex organisms. As millions of years passed, these single-celled organisms evolved. They started working together, forming multicellular life, organisms with specialized cells for different tasks. Fast forward to 500 million years ago, invertebrates had now evolved. These are animals without backbones like jellyfish, worms, and insects. Then came the jawless fish around 350 million years ago. These fish didn't have jaws, but they were pioneers of the vertebrate world. Over time, some of these fish developed strong muscular fins, enabling them to crawl onto land and return to water, a crucial step in evolution. Around 320 million years ago, the first seaweeds and primitive plants appeared. Plants were the first to colonize the land. They spread across Earth, preparing the stage for the arrival of land animals. Then came a huge twist in our evolutionary story. Some fish started using their fins like limbs, and eventually, one group gave rise to the first amphibians. These were animals that could live both in water and on land. A great example is the coelacanth, a fish that was thought to be extinct for millions of years, until one was actually caught off the coast of South Africa in 1938. The coelacanth was part of a group called lobefins. They are believed to be the ancestors of modern frogs, salamanders, and toads. These amphibians were the bridge between water and land. Then came the reptiles. Unlike amphibians, reptiles laid thick-shelled eggs that didn't dry out in the sun, allowing them to reproduce fully on land. Reptiles took over Earth for the next 200 million years, and they evolved into many shapes and sizes. Some even returned to the ocean, like the ichthyosaurs, fish-like marine reptiles. But the most iconic reptiles, the dinosaurs, especially the massive Tyrannosaurus rex, which stood over 20 feet tall and had fearsome dagger-like teeth. It ruled the land until about 65 million years ago, when they suddenly vanished. Why? Well, scientists are still debating. Maybe a massive asteroid hit Earth. Maybe it was climate change. Or maybe they evolved into birds. Yes, modern-day birds are considered to be descendants of small dinosaurs. After the fall of the dinosaurs, mammals rose to dominance. The earliest mammals were shrew-like creatures, small, furry, and fast. What made mammals special? They were viviparous, giving birth to live young. They protected their babies inside the mother's body. They had better brains, senses, and instincts. Mammals spread across the Earth. In South America, you could find mammals that resembled horses, rabbits, hippos, and even bears. But due to continental drift, South America connected to North America, and many native mammals were replaced by North American species. Meanwhile, in Australia, isolated from other continents, pouched mammals like kangaroos and koalas evolved without much competition. And not to forget, some mammals went back to the ocean, evolving into whales, dolphins, seals, and sea cows. These sea mammals are incredibly intelligent and adapted for life in water, just like their ancient reptilian predecessors. And now, the most fascinating chapter, humans. Out of all mammals, humans evolved with two remarkable traits: language skills, allowing us to communicate, build societies, and pass down knowledge. Self-consciousness. We understand ourselves, ask questions, and seek meaning. From hunting and gathering to space exploration, the human journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Other examples of evolutionary success include evolution of the horse, from small forest-dwelling creatures to the large grassland runners we see today. The elephant evolved from smaller tusked mammals. Dogs evolved from wolves, becoming man's best friend. All these stories highlight one truth: evolution is ongoing. From the birth of the first cell to the conscious mind of humans, the journey of life is truly awe-inspiring. Every living being, from a microscopic bacterium to a massive blue whale, has a story written in the language of evolution. And this is just a brief account. There is so much more to uncover, learn, and understand. Your one like, share, and subscribe will help us create more valuable content. Stay curious, stay informed. This is Knowledge Chronicle, unlocking the wonders of science one story at a time.